Well, welcome to Echols Virtual Academy. Now what we're doing today for this course is a requested course by some of my students who are already in Echols Virtual Academy. They said, Mr. Echols, we want to see you cook. So I said, okay, all right, well, let me get to cooking then. I thought I would usually be teaching like math or reading or ESOL or social studies, but y'all want me to cook. Okay, Chaley, I'm gonna cook. All right, so we're gonna start out by getting some vegetables. So I want some onions and peppers. What's on the menu for today is going to be salmon, onions, and green peppers. You think that it's not gonna sound good, but until you make it yourself, you'll see how good it is. We wanna make sure our vegetables are nice and good. Okay, so got my onions and green peppers. Now, here's how this is gonna go. Come on, camera person, come get close to me. I wanna be in the shot. So this is how this is gonna go for the vegetables and for the main course, the salmon. I'm gonna give you 7 rules to follow. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rules to follow. You follow these rules, you're gonna make a great meal. Now, Mr. Echols may not be a master chef, but I will tell you this, I've been cooking for like 8 years, so I'm pretty good at what I do. So, what is the first rule? What is the first rule of cooking your salmon, green peppers, and onions, that meal? Well, first, this is what you wanna remember. Make sure, this is rule number 1. Rule number 1, make sure to clean your vegetables first. Make sure to clean your vegetables first. Okay? I tell you, I had a bad case of food poisoning a little while back. Thought I was about to die because I did not have clean food. So you want to have clean food. Now this is the way I do it, okay? I know I got some dirty dishes. It's fine, like, it's whatever. I get some Dawn. This is, I want to make sure everything is clean. Subete wa clean des. I got that from the cleaner. Y'all don't know about him, but y'all will. All right, so I just put a little dab of it on there, and then I just wash it up, you know? I just make sure it's all clean, everything's all good, you know? And then that's done. And I put it right over here, that's where I'm gonna cut it at. I take the green pepper, one little dab, and I just wash it up, just like that. Okay? Doesn't take long, but hey, it's your health, okay? COVID ain't the only thing out here killing people. So now, you see I've chopped up a little bit of vegetables earlier. So now, we are going to look at rule number 2. Here's rule number 2. Before I even get to chopping, I just want to heat that skillet up a little bit first. Ooh, that's that fire. Okay. Now it's time to chop. So we got the skillet heating up, and we just get to chopping. So with an onion, you know, you want to chop off the front and the back first to get rid of this little part, and then you just cut right here, and just make a good enough cut so where then you can just pull off the skin, and then look at that. Ooh, that's sweet onion. I'm about to start crying. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this into the trash. Okay, you getting the shoes? Are you looking at the shoes? Don't make a silly comment. Okay, all right, these shoes are wonderful. Now, with the green pepper, I want to cut kind of in the middle, right here, but be safe. And then once you cut in the middle, you can just split it like this, okay? Take out the middle part. It's where like the seed lives and all that. You don't want that. And take it out right here too. And then you always just, you kind of want to be organized with it. And you take the stuff, put it in the trash, okay? Alright. So then after that, before we start cutting these up, what we want to do is look at rule number 3. After you heat your skillet, get some olive oil. Just put it it in your skillet so that that can get going. That can get simmering a little bit because we're gonna put our vegetables in there. And once you do that, it's time to chop. My chopping skills are not great, but they're good enough to feed me. And that's all I'm concerned about, is feeding me, putting food in my belly. Some of you, need to learn how to put food in your bellies. You're like in 6th and 7th and 8th grade, maybe some of y'all. There's some adults watching this too who don't know how to put food in their bellies yet either. Going to mama's house when they should be cooking themselves, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'll leave that there. And you just see, I just chopped the onions up. I kind of want to get it a little small. The smaller they are, the better they cook. And then with the green pepper, just chop it in layers at first, like this. And then you make it smaller. So just get that right there. Okay. Take your other green pepper, that right there. Just make them small. They cook wonderful. Okay, take this. Alright. Chop it. Watch your fingers too, be safe. I remember last year, I had a dog. It died in a month, but that had nothing to do with me. But we're not gonna talk about that. But last year, I was making some food for my dog, chopping, and I was not being safe. I almost chopped this finger off. This one right here, this one, the one I point at unruly kids with. Not good, I need that finger. All right, anyway, enough of my stories. So now, I'm done chopping. Look, mite kudasai, please look. Looks pretty good. Once you're done chopping, now that your skillet is a little hot, you just add that on there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Do you hear the sizzle? Do you hear it? All right, so that was rule number 4, actually. I went ahead. Rule number 4, after you're done chopping, add your vegetables. All right, so you're thinking, Mr. Echols, okay, what's next? Well, we're gonna go to rule number 5. I'm gonna come here, and go in my trusty refrigerator. I pull out some butter. Some butter there. What you wanna do, just get enough, a good little part of it. Take your knife, be safe, cut a piece of butter. You want it to be especially good, cut a little bit more butter. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, all right, we'll get that last little bit. Please be safe, please. All right. Then, you got your butter in there. Now I like to add some seasoning. I love this stuff, Laurie's garlic salt. You can pick this up at like Kroger or Publix or wherever. And then just add a little bit of garlic salt on there. Okay? So now that you've added your butter and you added your seasoning, that was actually rule number 5, which is add your butter and add your seasoning. Okay? So now we go to our last rule. But before we go to our last rule, let me just recap, okay? I'm gonna recap and I'm gonna read them. Number 1, make sure you clean your vegetables first. You don't want food poisoning. I almost lost my life, okay? I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't teach. I was about to die, okay? So add your vegetables, make sure your vegetables are clean. Rule number 2, heat up that skillet. Make sure your skillet is nice and warm, but before it gets too hot, go to rule number 3, and that's put that olive oil in it. Rule number 4, after you chop your vegetables, add your vegetables to the skillet. And rule number 5, that's when you put a piece of butter on your vegetables and add your seasoning. So now here's our last rule. Rule number 6. Come on, kite kudasai. Come. So, you have your vegetables here, and you just constantly stir those babies while they're cooking. You want to constantly stir them, okay? You don't need to add any more seasoning, no more butter. All you got to do now is just stir it. And here's a bonus tip. You probably want like a stir-fry skillet like this that's real big, You see the meme of the guy doing like this or whatever? I don't know. I haven't been seeing memes, lately because I've been off of Instagram. But I'm probably gonna make another one for Echols Virtual Academy, so I can get some more people to come see my cooking. I guess I don't know if I'm gonna do another cooking course. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, so I'm going to leave those stirring, and while I am stirring these, I want you guys to take a little break, okay? I'm gonna give you a short little fun quiz on my rules, okay? And then after that, we're gonna get to the main course and learn how to cook some salmon. So take that break while I'm stirring these vegetables, you know? Go get you some water or something and take that quiz, see how you do. I'll see y'all when you'll get back.